And good evening once again, fans. You're listening to the Deathmatch Wrestling Podcast. They're more than welcome to come on too anytime they want to come on.
Oh man, those girls popped good last year.
Alright. It's a budget thing. Let's see what he's up to.
Thank you, man, and thank you for giving me the time.
Tune in right now. And good evening, everyone. You're listening to another Deathmatch Wrestling Podcast. Oh, let me get my nice little banner up here. Come on. Why is it not showing? It's not showing. But anyway, oh, still there? Oh, shit. Yeah. I hate this technology. There we go. Bingo!
Looks cool, man. That's dope.
Well, good evening, everyone. And my guest at this time is Indy Deathmatch Wrestler One Man Crew. How are you?
Good, man. If this little son of a gun will stop tearing my stuff up.
Oh no. Oh no. What's your cat's name? What's the cat's name?
Rocky.
Rocky, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Rocky. I'm not a big fan.
No.
You know, my cousins have cats, and I'm not a fan of cats at all. I like dogs.
It's an acquired taste.
Yes. But how you doing? It's what time is it there in Guam right now?
It's 10:18 a.m. and I got a doctor's appointment in less than an hour.
Okay, I think we can wrap it up. I think we got it's 8:18 p.m. right here in the Jersey Shore. Okay. The beautiful state of New Jersey at the shore. Yes, the beaches are now open. But no, not really. I really don't care because I'm not going to go with that stupid shit going on. So
I've been going to the beach.
Yeah.
The beach is here. Nobody's there. Like nobody.
Yeah.
Like everybody's all paranoid and staying inside. But there's only like right now currently maybe like 40 cases total or 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just insane over here too. It's because where I live, it's the Jersey Shore. Actually, the next town over, and you probably heard about it on the news. It was Lakewood. They are the Jews that brought a lot of that germs to my area too. Like it's sane. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
But I'm not worried about it. Everything's going good. It's almost Memorial Day weekend on Monday, and I'm off for the whole week. Yeah, nice vacation.
Hell yeah, bro.
Can't go to no parade because they're not going to have a parade, So, I'll respect all the veterans, and my dad is one too. So, shout out to him. And that's it. We support all the troops and everybody. Go USA. USA all the way. Ho! Tough guy.
Absolutely, man.
So, man, I think we just had a little footage before of something, a little invasion or something. What was that all about? Some guy was calling you out for some reason. The masked wrestler guy. Man, he's been invaded.
Man.
First he invaded the Everett Lee Show podcast, and then he and then he invaded the Deathmatch Russell podcast, which I really was like, "What the hell is this shit going on here? This is really
Wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Something I don't know about.
Some masked wrestler was talking about you and the One Man Crew, and
oh Christ, that guy.
Yeah.
What did he send you a video or something?
Send me a video and I had to play it and I had to ship it all over the internet, and it was a long
Man, he
feed,
sends
though.
me videos every day threatening to kill me. I just wait outside for him and he never shows up. So
Well, the day will come. The day will come. He has it coming. But anyway, man, so let's get right into it, man. Deathmatch wrestling, man. Right up my alley, your alley, but you wrestle with the blood.
Yeah, man. Better go get my blood checked.
Yeah.
The way shit
Yeah.
is these days.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, right now everybody in the deathmatch world is striving. Right now it's hurting them, and we know it big time. A lot of our friends are, in the United States and in Japan as well. And it's tough on us, man. It's tough for this U.S. Right now for the
Yeah.
guys
Oh, yeah.
to do a lot of, we're holding off on shows. We don't know when we're going to come back. We don't. The guys don't know what. The guys don't know when. I'm a fan, but you know what I mean. I wish they could be back. And just because I am. I'm sure you've seen my photos, and you were saying Masada, and you see I've traveled. I travel around to a lot of promotions in the U.S. and that Game Changer Wrestling. I'm sure you heard of that. Game Changer Wrestling is popular. That's the.
Oh yeah. I've actually always wanted to work for those guys, but they can't afford me. So
Yeah.
no, I'm just kidding.
It's like back in the day, right? Well, maybe back in the day it would have been awesomer, but
yeah, maybe when I was in my peak of popularity in 2012 and 2013. There's a big misconception about me, man. People think I'm like a deathmatch wrestler, and I've only had like probably 10 death matches in my whole career. And I went to Japan the first time.
Yeah.
I'd already been in the business for 12 years, and I'd never had a death match.
Right.
And then, it started when I was a kid. I loved Japanese wrestling. I would trade.
I was going to say, yeah, you probably did the old tape trading and swap. Look on the internet, check YouTube, and see what's out there.
So when I went to Japan, for me, that was like same as going to WWE for other guys. You know what I mean? Like those deathmatch tournaments were like my WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
Yes. I mean, you've probably seen Ju Kasai so many times and Mr. Danger.
Yeah, it's funny. He's actually scared of me, Jun Kasai.
No shit.
He thinks I'm crazy for real. The dude that jumps off fucking balconies, his body looks like some Freddy Krueger shit, is scared of me.
Yeah, or the other guys.
Somebody who likes him.
Yeah. What is it? There's so many guys in the business now. It's they're taking over, man. They've showed us in the States, like Tikio or Takio Show. I forget what the hell their names are. There's so many guys. I could keep on going. The Psycho
Takeda.
Yes, Takeda. He's actually come to my town. Actually, I have to show you that video, dude. He came to a promotion and he tore the house down.
If it weren't for in 2012 when I first went to Japan, I wasn't supposed to be there that long. I was supposed to do one tour, but I ended up doing 3 tours, and that was because 2 reasons: is Takeda got hurt, he hurt his neck, and then this guy named Gentaro had a fucking stroke right in front of me and fell right at my feet backstage. So they had like 2 guys off the roster. And they were like, this guy, one-man crew, he's pretty good. Let's just keep him around for a while until these guys heal up and come back. So that's how it started with that shit. And that's how I got over there in Japan. I didn't even know how over I was until I came back the next year, like 6 months after I left.
Takeda got starting a watch party. Try to share the hell out of this. That's the way to do it, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
But anyway, man,
I got lucky with that, though.
But you know what? And I'm sure you tell people too. It's a deathmatch wrestling is a form of art, and which it is.
Yeah, it takes a special kind of stupid to do it. That's for goddamn sure.
Yeah. But now you see, it's revolved, and then now I'm sure. How many videos have you seen? That kid, his name's Superhuman, populate all over the world. for doing all his stumps, backyard wrestling moves, and But shout
Yeah,
out to
man.
he made a name for himself, and my buddy actually is the booker for him. So, which is
That's cool.
it
I never
is.
heard of him, to be honest with you, but
Really, you'd get
Yeah.
a kick out. You'd have to get a kick. Type in superhuman. You'd be like, "What the hell?"
Supreme. All right.
Yeah.
I'll hold on. Yeah, can I please have my computer back, sir? Would that be all right with you?
Damn cats! Come on, get out of the spotlight. It's not your spotlight tonight. The meow channel's over there on the Pet Central. I don't know.
Just sit there and eat your treats and shut the fuck up before I shoot on you and stretch your little ass. I'll make you fucking sell.
But yeah, how's the weather over there? How's the weather been? Nice,
Perfect, man. Yeah, it's
Today
sunny, it's hot all year round here, man.
Dude, today it's about right now. It has been nice. It's like right now it's about 64. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for up there on the East Coast. Yeah. Well, it is May.
Middle of May. Yeah, May's coming to an end. June already.
But
yeah,
I saw where the weather was like a little wacky over there, though. Like it's May and it's like snowing places where it usually doesn't snow.
Yeah, like in Colorado, but Colorado always gets snow, which is so amazing,
Rocky, I'm about to fuck you up, buddy.
Go close the door. Close the door.
I would never hurt this guy. Yeah, well, I do wrestle moves on him all the time.
A couple stunners.
I drop it, Randy Savage elbows on him and shit all the time. Like,
I'm gonna drop it right now, you.
Oh yeah, this is the Macho Man.
Dude, there's a
piece.
I found a guy. I'm curious. I think I'm gonna jump on the internet one day and get this guy on. He's an imposter. Does the gimmick.
I saw it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, dude. He looks just like him with the teeth and shit. Yeah.
I think I might reach out to him just for shits and giggles, just to have fun, Since I'm a huge Macho Man fan too,
Oh yeah, yeah. That guy. I seen him, man. Yeah, he looks just like the guy.
He does. He's like, imagine if he went to the supermarket and shit, or the Walmarts, or. But now you got these guys you got these wrestlers. It's on Twitter that have been wrestling on, and actually they were actually going to be booked for Game Changers Spring Break with Joey Janela. They were supposed to be booked this year. If it ever happened, crazy. Two black guys from New York or wherever.
That Game Changer Wrestling, they have
They definitely pull out the stops.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I like that Game Changer Wrestling, man. I watch his stuff on YouTube.
You just see the difference in characters.
Sorry, I mean to interrupt you. I think there's a little
lag.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a lag on this thing, man, over here on my end.
Sorry. That's that Guam connection.
Sorry. Yeah, probably.
Guam-fi. Guam-fi. But anyway, what made you, well, as a kid, tape trading and, who caught your eye? Like Mr. Danger?
Yeah. I actually had a lot of the Big Japan.
Mr. Pogo, of course.
Yeah. The FMW stuff, man. The Big Japan stuff. Michinoku Pro. IWA Japan. I got all that stuff, man. And I ended up wrestling like half of those guys. That's what's weird about it.
Right.
Even though it was like almost 20 years later from when I was watching that, I'm still wrestling all these old school Japanese hardcore wrestlers and working. If I didn't wrestle them, I worked for them.
Right. Yeah, it's like it's like the guy, the legend, Madman Pondo. He's been to Japan. Homeless Jimmy, he's been to Japan. The list goes on and on.
Yep.
Shout out to Homeless Jimmy. He's one of my good friends.
Awesome. Yeah, I never met that guy, but I know his work.
I never
XPW.
Actually, I like telling the story how he crashed on my couch on one Game Changer show. A whole bunch of the guys came over to my house, and he was on my couch hanging out, enjoying the sun in my pool.
That's pretty cool.
It is. It is. Then I told my neighbor right down across the street, hey, want to say hi to a wrestler? Hell yeah, man. Got his picture with him. Then he had to head out and go back to his catch the plane, back to Cali. Back to Cali he goes.
Hell yeah, bro.
They got a couple promotions out there. It's blood blah blah blah. Uh-oh. Fans, stay tuned. What happened here? Uh-oh. What did he do? What'd you do? Stay tuned. He's coming back.
I'm here.
Hey, what'd you do? What'd you do?
Somebody messaged me on Facebook Messenger, and I tried to exit it out, and somehow it took me away from the page that the studio page.
What I do is I should be what I should have done. It slows my PC down. I just exit out of it and just goes. So, because the guy taught me how to. I'm learning shit. The streaming stuff's hard. It's a pain in the ass, but this site I got is awesome. Like it's easy to use. I got It's like it does because all you do is click on a camera, click on this and put your logos, this, that. It's streaming's gone a long way, from what it used to be. Now all the gamers use it. That's popular for the gamers, but podcasters and wrestling, Stone Cold Steve Austin to you name it, they got it now.
Hell yeah, that's dope.
But man, let's get into some talk about some rap, huh? What's all this about rap? So what made you get into rap?
I've listened to it since I was a kid, and then when I moved, I was born in Ohio, and I lived there till I was 13. And when I moved to Alabama, that's when I got exposed to all the dirty South stuff, 3-6 Mafia, No Limit, Outkast, 8 Ball and MJG. The list goes on and on. So
Mod Deep, and geez, I could tell you KRS-One to you name it, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's so many groups that are just so, of course ICP, but that was really more of a that was a cult rap group though, like a following.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But just think about it. They made video games too, and this shit, or they got noticed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But so when I moved to Alabama, I would meet other rappers and people that were actually making their own music, back before everybody was doing it. And I would just hang out with these guys in the studio and just listen to them. I couldn't rap. I couldn't write nothing. I was only 17, 18 years old. Right. And but I had been freestyling since I was 13. Just for, to entertain myself. I'd sit in my dad's car, outside away from everybody in his Cadillac, and just try to freestyle. And I sucked.
Yeah.
But after years of practice and writing and learning how to write and structure songs and stuff, I started recording stuff in 2000. I think I recorded my first demo in 2002 or 2003. And then I released I was in a group with the Keepers of the Crypt. I mean, with this guy named Suburban Corpse, and we called ourselves the Crypt Keepers or Crypt Keepers. Yeah. And then after one album, he ended up, we got another guy in the group named Capital Z who really helped me develop. And then the guy Suburban Corpse left the group because he didn't want it to be a 3-person group. He just wanted it to be 2 guys. I was like, all right. So then we changed the name of the group to Keepers of the Crypt. And then I released 3 albums with that guy from 2005, 2006, and 2007.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy like really helped me and supported me and taught me a lot of stuff. And that's when I started learning how to make my own beats. But I wasn't confident in my beats yet, so I started hiring producers, like professional producers. Yeah, like Mike P, who produced ICP stuff, and Fitz the Cat, who produced ICP and Twisted stuff. I got like 6 beats from those guys and ended up only using 4 of them, made a solo EP. This was my second solo EP, actually. I had one out before that I produced myself, but I wasn't satisfied with it.
Right.
And then even when I made the EP with the professional guys, I still wasn't satisfied with my work. So I found this guy at the studio I recorded at. His name's Sam Peasy. I was introduced to him by a friend of my dad's. And he's like a Billboard chart-topping producer. Like he produced a lot of gospel rap and gospel stuff, and he's like top of those charts on the Billboard.
Tell you what, that gospel stuff, man. You know, it really did people really did get recognized for that stuff when it was really popular. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's still popular to certain demographics. You know what I mean? And
yeah. But now now you look at, you know, it's the future, man. You see these like rappers doing rock, you know, like metal rock, alternative style. Now you're like, what the hell is this shit? Right? Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
when guys did that 20 years ago, they hated on it.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up electric breakdance, all the old school DJ stuff, and like, you know, like all the music that you would think about as a kid, and you know, and then the rap, of course, you know, from your Vanilla Ice to Jay-Z to, like I said, Mod Deep to KRS-One, Redman, you know, Method Man, and the list goes on. You know,
I met Vanilla Ice once, man.
No.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I was performing. I did 3 matches at the 2011 gathering of the Juggalos, like Insane Clown Posse's festival thing.
Yeah.
I was working the JCW stage, and then I did like an open mic performance on one of the stages they had for that. And then I ran into Vanilla Ice, just walk up to him and just kind of knuckle bumped and said hello to him.
Yeah.
And he likes cheese pizza, like just pizza with just cheese on it.
Now he's a decorator or something, right? Insane.
Yeah.
Come on.
He fixes up houses and sells them.
Yes.
His little side hustle.
Which he never. Why would he have done that with his career when he, you know, could have made more music, right? You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, he did make more music. He's made a lot of music. Just people don't know about it because it's not mainstream anymore.
No. And then now you see, you know, Eminem's back in the scene again. You know, different kind of character now. Look at, you know what I mean? He looks kind of like, wow, like, okay, from back then till now, it's like, you know what I mean? Transition.
Yeah, he's just an older guy now. You know, he's pushing 50, and he's got to try to find some way to turn back the hands of time. So he grew his beard out and dyed it.
Yeah, yeah. But besides rap, you like other music as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, I love heavy metal music. I like pop music. I like almost every genre. If it's good music, I like it.
Yeah. Who you? What's your? Do you like Post Malone right now?
Not really. I mean,
no. Yeah, he's got that. I know he's different, and he just promotes more drinking than
because
anything.
anybody can do what he does.
Like, yeah, because he. I know, throws a party and you can have a Bud Light. Wow, big deal.
No, what I mean is like artistically, anybody can do what he does. You get a beat from a producer, you write to it, you sing some whack shit on it. They polish a turd by over processing the vocals, and then it sounds good.
And then you get Ozzy involved, and yeah, you know, the man. He's the man. I'm not trying to be
a hater, you know. I'm glad the guy's successful. I'm happy for him and everything, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. But at least he got to do something with Ozzy before he, you know what I mean? Ozzy's not doing so good now. We know that. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's what they do to try to get those guys over. They always have them like rub elbows with some legend, you know, kind of like how they did with Eminem and the Rocket Man guy. What's that guy's name? Elton John.
Elton John, yeah. Rocket
So
Man. Sorry, cut me out. Cut
that's
songs.
how they usually get younger talent over that way. By it's just like wrestling, you know. They book you performing with some, you know, already established act and. Or
I have
do a music video with them or something, you know.
I have two stories I want to share about like musicians that I've come in contact. A musician and my dad has come into contact with a musician as well. One year, at my sister's house at New Year's for a party, this guy comes in, and we didn't know who he was. It was CC DeVille, the drummer of Poison.
Sweet.
The guitarist, excuse me. But so I was out in the kitchen, and my nieces, my nephews and his nieces and his son was there too. So I was like, hey, all right, who has some big cherries? He's like, hey man, that's my song. No shit, really? Warrant? Cherry Pie? Holy shit. You know?
Yeah. That's good stuff.
But,
I love that song, man.
Yeah. So I was like, damn. You know, so he was so chill. He was just drinking Mountain Dew and just chilling, you know, not heavy drinking like he's known for. But then go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I actually went to a lot of concerts with my brother, like heavy metal. Heavy metal concerts. He's a big heavy metal mark, and like he likes this one musician named Jimmy Bauer. He's a big fan of him because he's like in 6 different bands, or he was at some point in 6 different bands, like Down and Crowbar and I Hate God and all that stuff. Well, he drags me out to all these shows, and I'm just chilling, and I don't really, you know, care about being there. And so all the musician guys are like, "Hey man, you want to hang out with us?" And like they let me backstage, and not my brother, and he's the one that wants to be there.
Right.
So I ended up like making friends with Jimmy Bauer and working on a song with him.
That's wild. But also, okay, here's my dad's story. Then I'll talk about concert stuff. How many concerts I've been to and shit. I love telling, you know. Yeah. But my dad was working in Long Island, New York at the time, and he goes to this little restaurant, and it's a Mexican restaurant, which is really good. And the owner said, "Oh, they're gonna have a signing here. They're gonna have a musician, a rock star is going to be here tonight." And he asks, "Who is it?" Madonna.
Nice.
Madonna. So my dad told the lady the lady said, "You come back in a little bit and have dinner with her." So my dad got a business card and said, you know, faking like he had wrote something up like he went to school with the person. And he crashed and he hung out with her, had dinner and just hung out with Madonna.
Nice.
Yeah. Pretty, and then which was funny. Well, which was weird is because the next week was it was posted on the New York Times that she just signed a big major contract, you know, for an album.
Hell yeah! It was that long ago.
I guess so. I'll take a picture of the plaque one day. It's my dad.
All right.
My dad has the news article and the autographed business card with her name on it, which is cool because, you know what, as he was leaving, she said, "Bye, Jack." You know, it's like cool, you know. But I wish you got a picture. That would have been more than words. But you can't, you know. Some people like the pictures, some people don't. Paparazzi, you know.
Yeah.
As I was saying, like concerts, man, like, you know, STP is one, you know, been my favorite for years, right? Growing up, listen to STP, Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh,
I actually went to a wrestling rock festival, and it was right before he died, like summer before he died. Yeah, I was like, holy shit. But then I go to another concert with my dad, and right up the street from us at a little baseball stadium. Game Changer Wrestling was there, and it was actually both Game Changer shows. But it was really cool. My dad's never seen like any big heavy metal groups before, like in his life, because he's an Elvis fan, and he grew up on the old stuff,
Oh, yeah.
and so it was piss raining out. We had a tent with the wrestling going on. I actually got footage of Nate Hatred. I was actually filming his match during the whole, show. And then my guy was like, "Hey, $40, man. Hey, I got tickets over here for $40 for this concert going on." It was Alice Cooper playing on the stage.
Nice.
So it was wild just to see the experience, of Alice Cooper, with all the props and all the, just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a killer show.
Man.
So
I bet it was.
Yeah, and then I got to be. The 1 year I've seen like John Mayer. Actually, no, I've seen him so many times. But this one time I went to this Live Earth concert 2007, and it was like every artist you could think of, hip hop to like Black Eyed Peas were like popular at the time.
Hell yeah.
So it was crazy just to see also Pink Floyd, dude. I got to see like the guy Roger Waters play, like holy and they had a big, the blown up pig flying around the arena, which was cool.
Hell yeah. I love Pink Floyd, man. I still listen to him all the time.
Yeah, nothing wrong with him. And then I got to see like a band that oh shit. What the hell was the band? It was can't think of and I love them. Fuck. AFI. And that was the band that played CM Punk's first entrance theme. The first theme that when he was in Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, holy shit! I got to see somebody and they actually played the song. I'm like, fuck yeah! Somebody, But then other concerts, actually, it was cool because Sting was there too, playing. Like
sweet.
I know, and just all the other rappers as well. I couldn't. Just so many people. But then my favorite moment was actually as a kid going to WrestleMania 5 and seeing Run DMC in the ring. You remember that when they performed in the ring?
Oh yeah.
I totally forgot. I never forget about that. Well, I was up in the nosebleeds, of course, and next 5 rows next to me, and I would tell a story to everybody, and it's great that I got to meet.
That's like the first pay-per-view I ever watched, that in SummerSlam 89.
Yeah, and I actually was 5 rows away from Jesse the Body and Gorilla Monsoon on commentary.
Awesome.
Hold it, yeah, and I had hold it up the Mega Powers Explode poster. As a fan, my dad hooked me up. We all
that's
just
awesome.
had fun. Just to hear the thump of the ring, it was insane from up top. Looking down at the ring, way down, like So that was the only WrestleMania I ever been to. Of course, I've been to a couple of ECW pay-per-views. I've been to.
I went to one of those. Yeah.
The actually One Night Stand 2 in New York City.
Really?
When they did the invasion, yeah, WWE did the invasion. That angle that was going on there. From WWE was ECW, and then back and forth. Yeah, with Terry Funk and Edge, I think it was.
Oh yeah. Yeah, good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I actually went to Guilty as Charged 2000. Spike Dudley versus Mike Awesome in the main event.
Oh wow, that must have been
stuff. I gotta tell you a funny story about damn ECW, man. I went to 2 ECW shows, and I was like 17 when I went to both of them. And I was studying Japanese because I knew one day I was going to wrestle in Japan. And then when Tajiri came to the ring, the first show I went to, I shouted at him. I said, "Okama!" Means homosexual in Japanese.
Oh no!
I said, "Okama!" And he looks. He's standing in the ring. He's looking. I'm in the front row. And he's looking right down at me. Spits right in my fucking eye. And then the next time he came with the ECW there in Birmingham, Alabama, it was that Guilty as Charged pay-per-view. And then I was like, you know, the aisle where they walk down to the ring. I was standing at the guardrail when he was walking down to the ring, and I said, "Okama!" to him again. The second time, second show in a row. He just looked at me, and he tried not to break character because he remembered me from the time before. and then several years later, I was backstage. Like I'm talking like this, like only like 2 years ago, like 18 years after this stuff happened. I was backstage at an All Japan Pro Wrestling show, and I met Tajiri back there, and I told him the story.
Man. He said,
it's
"Oh, yeah."
He said, "That's funny. I don't remember that."
Be glad you didn't. Yeah, that's cool. Tajiri, man, he was a character. He had his run, really good run. He's still out there wrestling. He's still wrestling. He's never going to stop, you know? I think. But, like, how'd you, like, what made you get into ECW? Like, you know, like me, you know, I really didn't know about it. Like, I actually worked at a dollar store at 18 years old, and I met this guy. It was Balls Mahoney.
Oh, yeah, I met him. I partied with him. That guy's crazy. Or he was.
But like I didn't know anything about. Like somebody said, this guy's Balls Mahoney. I'm like, who? He's at ECW. So I studied up on ECW. I really didn't know about ECW. I never went to the arena, you know, for any of the shows. But then I became good friends with him after, you know, and go see him at shows, and you know.
I actually, when I met Balls Mahoney, it was at that gathering of the Juggalos, and I was backstage at the wrestler camp and stuff, and I ran into him several times, and he was like, he had some opium, and I look, he's like, I said, "What's that, man?" He goes, "Opium." I was like, "Oh yeah, I've never tried that," and he goes, "Yeah, and you never will."
Yeah. We know his story. Like, yeah, I could say some stuff, but I'm not going to say. You know, I've seen what he's done behind the curtains as a fan, and he's asked me, and I'm like, no, I don't. Sorry, don't have anything for you. No pills, no. You know, just to get. Yeah, I mean, we know he had bad back and whatnot. You know, he always had pains that would just never. You know, you can always tell he's hurting every time in the ring.
Yeah, I'm at that stage now, man. That's why I've taken a 2-year break from wrestling. I actually was supposed to go back to Japan this summer, but I don't know if that's going to happen because of the coronavirus stuff.
Right. How we doing on time? What's don't you have an appointment soon? Or you went already?
Yeah, I do. I got another like 5, 6, 7 minutes. I'm cool.
Okay, we're good. We could always do another one. No problem. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I know you got.
I'd love to do another one.
Because I know you'll be back with Everett eventually.
Yeah.
He's a great character.
That guy's awesome.
He's funny as fuck. He can make something, you know, make you laugh for hours and hours and hours. And you know, yeah, he's one of my great guys. I'm glad to be a part of his team with the podcast. You know, it's real cool. He's from Florida.
I was watching the playback on the one where the masked wrestler took over the show. Dude, I couldn't stop laughing at that shit.
I was laughing. I was at home. I was, you know, I was watching it when I was trying to talk to you. I was at work. I was on my break. I'm like, this stuff's great. Let's do this. Let's. And Everett's probably gonna laugh at this, you know, later at those, you know, that one that guy saying some shit, you know. I was trying to do it. That was like that was a long video. I had to edit it, try to cut it down. I was like, holy shit. Did you like the news? Did you like how I did with the breaking news? Like, it perfectly fit in.
I haven't seen it yet, man. Yeah. For those of you who are watching and don't know, I do this thing. It's kind of like some Andy Kaufman and Tony Clifton shit where I play 2 different people. I play the masked wrestler, and I play one-man crew, which is like an amped-up version of myself. And I sent him a promo. It was like 7 minutes long.
Yeah.
It went on way too long.
Yeah, it did, but it was great. Once you watch it, you'll be like, wow, I did pretty good, you know? I like editing. Man. Yeah. I like editing.
Anything cleaned up and edited sounds good, looks good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure you've done that to your videos many of times for your matches. You know, go back and edit and edit and edit. You know.
So, before I didn't do it because I didn't know how to do it, but nowadays, like if I do anything, like a music video, I direct and edit my own music videos. Mm-hmm. And after I feel like I've already got it done, I wait until my brain's fresh and I go back and look at it again, and then I'll be like making more cuts in it and doing other shit to it to where it's like people's attention span is so short nowadays, man. But you gotta it's gotta be like bright and catchy and like you gotta move and to keep the brain engaged and to keep them interested. They have to have a lot of visual stimulation.
Tell you what, I do it right here, all on my iPhone. I don't even bother touching my computer. I do it all from my phone, man. I can, you know, technology, right?
Oh yeah.
I have the patience for. I could like sit here and make a poster in 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Like just be patient and then drop a video like I did. You know.
Mm-hmm. One of my music videos, this guy from Kazakhstan, he edited a whole fucking video on his phone. I was like, how did you do that, dude?
Yeah, with all the storage and space, it's like mine's up to like what 2 gig or something. I gotta buy some more stuff. Gigs. But yeah, it's amazing. But man, let me say this: what kind of album is coming out? You working on some stuff?
Yeah, man, I got I just dropped a new album recently, just a few months ago. It's called One Man Crew Legend of the Earth. I got Lil White featured on it, Bizarre from D12, Seed of Six, which is basically like the new 3-6 Mafia. And man, I actually got a copy of it right here. And I designed the cover, I made all the beats myself, I did everything all by myself, man. And but the thing is, man, I feel like who the fuck am I to try to shove this down anybody's throat? Who am I to try to sell something to somebody in times like this? Who am I to try to get people to give a fuck about me
music
and what I do?
Yeah,
like during the crisis situation.
It's hard. It's hard, but you know what? You still have your fans, and you know, and your friends and people are still out there to, it's like wrestling. We try to, help promote what's going on, still try to sell their merch. Those guys are busting their ass just to, try to still make a dollar,
Yeah, dude, I got 3 new wrestling DVDs out, like from my best matches in Japan and shit, dude. And like,
sweet.
I can't sell those to nobody. I got a lot of copies of my last album, the one I already sold like 20,000 copies of, sitting around, like can't make no money off it. Like it's wild, man, how time
I know. It's like me. I have my like this little logo, Beer Cozy, come on, it's hard to get out there, but I'm gonna hook you up. Don't you worry, my friend.
Hell yeah.
That was my newest venture. I went into buying lapel pins, and they're expensive. Those little lapel pin, the lapel pins with like the colors and all, like all these CL wrestlers have nowadays. My friend just got actually, who had one? He just had a picture of it. Hayabusa. Matt Burns, aka Sick Nick Mondo.
Oh yeah, I actually ran into that guy in Japan once briefly, and I didn't know who he was, but I seen him. And somebody's like, "Sick Nick Mondo was here." I was like, "That was Sick Nick Mondo."
But it's amazing. Like you think about it now, he's done all John Moxley's videos and produced a lot of stuff for him, for AEW, which is really badass.
They were shooting some stuff. He was actually shooting some stuff in Shibuya once. And I ran into him. I didn't even know it was him. Until somebody told me, yeah, that guy, he was Sick Nick Mondo. I was like, oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. First time I met him. Or I never got to meet him, but, I got to say hello. Facebook message really got to him, open up to his fans, But anyway... Yeah,
I just want to say before we have to wrap this up, man, I just want to thank anybody who ever took the time to like watch my wrestling matches on YouTube or listen to my music or watch or listen to a podcast I was on, anything I've ever done. Like if you've ever watched it or paid any attention to it, I really appreciate it. I'm so grateful, eternally grateful, and thank you. And stay safe, and God bless everybody.
If I make cut in here, 2 questions or 1 question, I'll just do if you had to go back in time and wrestle a legend, who would it be? WWE, WCW, ECW, who would it be?
Dr. D. David Schultz.
I've had him on my podcast, actually.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I've worked with him, man. I love Dr. D. David Schultz. I'm a huge mark for him. I actually use some of his shit in what I do. Like,
I'll never. Go ahead. Nope.
I borrow a little bit from all the guys I was ever a mark for, like Terry Funk and Stone Cold and Dr. D and like Bam Bam Bigelow. The list goes on. I borrow a little bit from all those guys and I stir it up in the pot and I made it into my own shit. It's basically what
Speaking of Bigelow, my coworker actually is dating his daughter.
Oh, really?
The Scott Bigelow, yes, the son. Yeah, and then insane.
That's awesome. He was my favorite, man. I love Bam Bam Bigelow.
Cool, dude.
When I first went to Japan, people were calling me Bigelow. The wrestling fans, when I'll be in the ring, they'd be like, Bigelow, Bigelow, Bigelow.
No, like, no, thank you. I'm not popular.
I'm not Bigelow.
Yeah. No.
And but after a couple months of them seeing me, they stopped calling me Bigelow. And just like out of respect, they called me by my name. But
Dr. Death, Steve Williams. That too.
The thing is, man, is a lot of my moves reminded them of Bam Bam Bigelow because I was doing moonsaults and acrobatic stuff like high spots, and so they see a fat dude with a bald head and tattoos doing moonsaults, they think about Bam Bam Bigelow. So that's why they called me Bigelow at first.
Wow. Getting back to David Schultz, as a kid, I mentioned this millions and millions of times to everybody. I could record to myself saying it over and over. There was a federation that came to my town. It was actually the NWF wrestling. The NWF when it was around, and I got to see him and I got to see Bruiser Brody inside a steel cage with Chief Julius Strongbow. How wild is that? But really pissed me off. It was a school night. I was a kid. I left before Abdullah was in the ring.
Oh man, yeah. I know Abdullah. I actually know him real well.
Yeah.
I was on his TV show a couple times when he had it in Atlanta.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I met with him before about trying to book him, but then I found out about the whole hepatitis C thing, and then I changed my mind about working with him because I was going to work with him. He was going to put me over. He was going to make me. Like this was like 10 years ago. It was before I ever went to Japan or anything. I told him my goals. I was like, I'm trying to get to Japan. I'm trying to do this. I have so many goals, and I said, if the Japanese see me beat you, then they'll book me. That's what I told him, and he was like, yeah, you're right, and. He's like, this is what we'll do. I'll beat the shit out of you the whole match. Then you pick me up for the big body slam and place will go ape shit.
Right.
He's like, you want me to do a job for you? It's going to cost you. I was like, how much? And he was like, and he told me, and I was like, God damn, dude. Well, I would have paid it. But then I found out about the whole thing with Hannibal and everything. And then I was like, man, fuck. That would have been awesome.
I was going to say, are you enjoying these Dark Side of the Rings lately? Have you been seeing those?
Man. Oh yeah.
Which one? Dr. D was good. I'm going to go back. I want to watch the Road Warriors. That's the next one I'm going to follow now.
I've actually been a fan of Dr. D before people. Yeah. He has like this resurgence now because of his book. But I was a mark for him way before that, and I discovered him on YouTube like several years ago, and I was like, dude, this guy was like Stone Cold, like before there ever was a Stone Cold. Like I remember thinking that to myself, and then now everybody's saying the same. Everybody's saying that now, and it was very wild.
But what did you like? Of course, the New Jack one was really good. I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah.
Like
dude, New Jack's a really nice guy in real life, man. He actually
really is.
He called me up a couple times and helped me with my promos and coached me on my promos. He called me from a private number, so I couldn't call him back. But he called
Yeah,
me.
right. Yeah, because he was on crack or something. Yeah.
I don't know about that. I just know that he was a good dude to call me up and help me out like that. I got nothing but respect for New Jack. That's cool.
Yeah, but it's cool to see
yeah,
what's
man.
going on. It's go ahead. It's good to see what
I'm
they
sorry,
were.
dude. I actually gotta go, man.
I know you don't. Okay, well, you know what, fans? I want to say thank you so much to my guests tonight. Oh, go ahead. Finish. I want to say thank you for coming on my podcast. One man crew, and we're gonna do this again. And we're gonna do this again when we have more time to just chill. How's that? We could shoot.
That'd be awesome, man. Yeah, sorry for the whole dynamic of shit feeling rushed. That's kind of fucks everything up, man. I apologize.
No, we got it. Actually, perfect timing because I'm gonna watch my friend's podcast for actually live TV show right now. So on Instagram,
awesome.
which, so he does this. Actually, it's called the Janela Zone, and he actually bringing this kid in from Georgia now as his little protege to the ring. It's kind of like he's watching him. He's a wrestler out of Georgia. His name's Nasty Leroy. So he's doing his thing.
Hell yeah, fun. Man.
But you have a good night, and feel free to plug anything before we go. Your stuff.
No, I don't want to plug nothing, man. Like,
all right.
It's just if I did that, it feels selfish, man. At this point,
I know,
like, really.
But I'll plug it. I got the Twitter. I got everything. The handles right here. I'll close out the show, and you have a good night. And I'll talk to you soon.
You too, bro. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Right, good night, bro.
Good night.
All right.
Well, fans, that was really awesome to hear a conversation with a guy who's in Guam now, but he's lived in Japan and he's wrestled in Japan for Freedoms and BJW and a list of other promotions. The one-man gang. I mean, not the one-man gang. The one-man crew, KRU. Has wrestled, and he's a rapper as well, fans. So you know what? It was great to talk with him about his career and what he's doing with the music scene. Hip hop, rap is, it's coming a long way these days now, generations to generations. And it was just a great, cool conversation to catch up and mix up the topics of wrestling and with wrestling with a rapper, also. So it's like two worlds of different cultures and sports and music and this and that. Fans, thank you for listening to the Deathmatch Russell podcast. Stay tuned because I'm going to be working on some podcasts. I've been just taking a little break here and there, and Deathmatch Russell podcast will be back and rolling. So fans, check out the Deathmatch Russell podcast. Have a good night, everyone, and happy Friday night. Let's get ready to enjoy the night. And fans, if you have nothing to do tonight, head over to Instagram and follow at Nasty Leroy, at official Nasty Leroy. And you can see what's going on Instagram with him and much, much more. And live feed going right now. I'm going to be joining them in the Janela Zone with Joey Janela. Hashtag Joey Janela Zone. The bad boy, Joey Janela. Good night, everyone. You can find more Deathmatch Russell podcasts on the following social media. DeathmatchRussell.com. Follow on Twitter at DavidNJ32 and on Facebook. Facebook.com/DJDaveNJ32. Instagram at DavidNJ36. Hey, wrestling fans. I want to mention Collar and Elbow. Collar and Elbow was founded on traditional values of professional wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level. A symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. Visit collarandelbowbrand.com and use the promo code
code Deathmatch Podcast and save 10% off when you make a purchase. Collar and elbow, where wrestling passion meets street fashion.
Me on Podcast City Network at podcastcity.net, facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit the like button and share. And on Twitter at Podcast City Net. You can hear Deathmatch Russell Podcast on Stitcher Radio and on iTunes.